Focusing on your own growth is one of the most important lessons you can learn in life. In a world where everyone's constantly posting their wins, their highlight reels, and their best moments, it's easy to get caught up in someone else's journey and forget about your own. You're scrolling through social media, seeing people buying new cars, getting promoted, or hitting fitness goals, and you start to wonder, why am I not there yet? But here's the truth, none of that is your business. What someone else is doing has nothing to do with your journey. Their timeline isn't yours. And the sooner you understand that, the quicker you'll find peace and progress in your life. Let me tell you something about growth. It's personal. It's unique to each and every one of us. The path you're on isn't going to look like anybody else's, and it's not supposed to. That's the beauty of it. The problem is, we've been conditioned to believe that success looks the same for everyone. We look at someone else's life and think that's the standard, but it's not. Your standard should be your own, not what society or social media tells you it should be. That means putting your energy into what you need to do to improve yourself instead of worrying about how far ahead or behind someone else might be. Every minute you spend comparing your progress to someone else's is a minute you're not using to work on yourself. That's wasted energy. You could be building, creating, learning, and improving, but instead you're mentally stuck in someone else's world. And that's like driving a car and constantly looking at the cars beside you. If you keep doing that, you're going to crash. You need to keep your eyes on your own road. When you focus on your growth, you realize that everyone has their own journey, their own timing, and their own struggles. What you see on the outside isn't the full picture. You don't know the sacrifices they made, the late nights they worked, or the setbacks they overcame. All you see is the result. And that result can make you feel like you're behind, when in reality, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Your journey is designed for you, and no one else can walk that path. The way you grow, how fast you grow, and the direction you grow in are all up to you. You can't control what someone else does or how fast they achieve their goals, but you can control what you do. You can control your effort, your mindset, and how much you invest in yourself. If you spend more time focusing on yourself, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make. The problem is, most people are so caught up in watching others that they don't even realize how much potential they have. Think of it this way. If you plant a seed and spend all your time worrying about how fast the tree next door is growing, you're not going to take care of your own seed. You won't water it, you won't make sure it gets enough sunlight, and eventually it won't grow at all. But if you focus on nurturing your seed, on giving it what it needs to grow, it'll become strong in its own time. Your growth is like that. It needs your attention, your effort, and your focus. If you put your energy into your growth, you'll see progress. It might not happen overnight, and it might not happen as quickly as someone else's, but it will happen if you're consistent. The key is to trust your process and be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Every failure, every obstacle is just part of the journey. Don't let those moments discourage you or make you feel like you're not capable. They're there to teach you something, to help you grow stronger and wiser. When you focus on your own growth, you learn to appreciate the process, not just the outcome. You understand that the journey is just as important as the destination. So stop looking around at what everyone else is doing. Stop worrying about their progress and start thinking about yours. What are you doing today to make yourself better? What can you do right now to move closer to your goals? Focus on that. Focus on what's within your control. The more energy you put into yourself, the more you'll grow. And when you do that, when you truly invest in yourself, you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else because you'll be too busy winning your own race. At the end of the day, it's not about how fast you get there or how your journey compares to someone else's. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. That's the only thing that matters. So keep your eyes on your path. Keep your energy on your growth and watch how far you'll go. Silence is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools you can use in your journey towards success. In today's world where everyone is loud, everyone is posting, everyone is sharing their every move, staying silent can feel counterintuitive. It seems like if you're not telling people what you're doing, you're somehow falling behind or missing out. But the truth is, silence can be your greatest asset. It's a tool that, when used wisely, gives you an edge that few people recognize. Silence allows you to protect your energy, focus on your goals, and move without interference or judgment. It keeps your intentions and strategies under the radar, where distractions and naysayers can't touch them. In a world obsessed with constant communication and validation, we often feel the need to announce everything, whether it's a new project, a plan we've been working on, or a goal we're trying to achieve. We're quick to tell our friends, post on social media, and share with colleagues. But what happens when you do that? You open yourself up to opinions, criticisms, and doubts, both from others and even from within. People will start asking questions, giving unsolicited advice, and some may even try to bring you down either out of jealousy or their own insecurities. Every time you announce your plans, you give the world an opportunity to influence your mindset and your focus, which can easily derail you from your path. But when you remain silent, you eliminate those distractions. You keep your goals safe and protected, like a seed growing underground before it breaks the surface. Nobody knows what you're working on, so nobody can interfere. Your focus is sharper because you're not seeking external validation or approval. You're not swayed by what others think or say because they don't know what you're doing in the first place. That's the beauty of silence. It creates a bubble around you, allowing you to work without noise, without pressure, and without unnecessary attention. Another important aspect of silence is that it builds mystery, and mystery is power. When people don't know your next move, they can't predict you or sabotage you. They might speculate, they might wonder, but they can never be sure. That uncertainty gives you the upper hand because you're in control of your narrative. You dictate when and how people see your progress. Instead of sharing every small step along the way, you let the results speak for themselves. And believe me, when you make your moves in silence and then show up with undeniable results, the impact is far greater than if you had been broadcasting your journey all along. One of the biggest mistakes people make is that they speak too soon. They talk about their plans and dreams before they've even taken the first step. While it may feel good to share in the moment, it often leads to disappointment. If things don't go as planned or if progress is slower than expected, you'll feel the pressure of living up to what you've already announced. Silence, on the other hand, gives you the freedom to pivot, adjust, and even fail without the burden of public expectation. You're not tied to a timeline or a public declaration, so you can move at your own pace, making sure everything is right before you reveal it to the world. Silence also cultivates discipline. It teaches you to be patient, to trust the process, and to focus on doing the work, not just talking about it. Anyone can talk about their dreams and ambitions, but not everyone has the discipline to stay quiet and put in the work without seeking recognition along the way. Silence separates the dreamers from the doers. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of sharing your goals with others, but it takes real discipline to keep your head down, stay focused, and let your actions speak for you. Moreover, silence allows you to observe. When you're not busy talking about yourself, you have the space to listen and learn. You can watch what others are doing, pick up on strategies, and gain insights that you might have missed if you were too focused on broadcasting your own journey. Observation is a powerful tool because it allows you to gather information without revealing your own hand. You become more aware of your surroundings, the dynamics at play, and the people who may or may not have your best interests at heart. Silence gives you that advantage because it creates room for reflection and deeper understanding. Another key reason why silence is so powerful is that it allows you to build strength quietly. Every great achievement takes time, effort, and perseverance. When you work in silence, you're not distracted by the pressure to perform for others. You're not seeking applause or approval, so you can focus purely on the quality of your work. And when you finally emerge, your results speak louder than any words ever could. People will be amazed at how far you've come, but they won't know the blood, sweat, and tears you put in behind the scenes. That's the power of silence. It lets you build something strong without the weight of outside expectation. Lastly, silence gives you inner peace. It takes away the noise, the chatter, and the need to constantly explain yourself. When you're silent, you learn to rely on yourself and your own instincts. You trust your process and become more in tune with what you need to do to succeed. You're not worried about impressing others or living up to anyone else's standards because you're focused on what matters, your own growth and progress. In that space of silence, you find clarity, purpose, and the strength to keep going even when the road gets tough. In the end, silence is your power because it protects your energy, sharpens your focus, and allows you to grow on your own terms. It gives you the freedom to make mistakes, the space to observe and learn, and the strength to work without distraction. Silence isn't weakness, it's a strategic choice. It's the foundation of success that allows you to move through life with purpose, clarity, and confidence. So the next time you feel the urge to share your plans or seek validation, remember the power of silence. Let your actions speak for themselves and watch how much further you'll go.